yeah, Shagdog, Spit or Swallow beer review. I'm doing a re-review. Actually, I did this one, 6 months ago, 7 months ago. It's been lagering in the fridge for many months. I still got like 2 of these left out of the 6 or 12 pack I had from way back then. It's a seasonal, but I don't know if they're going to make it this year because it's not even showing on their website anymore under the seasonal. It's Highland Brewing's Nutz Voltz coconut coffee porter. Beer Advocate gives this one a 88, 5.8% ABV. It has a jolt from Dynamite Coffee. I guess that's a coffee brand. And toasted coconut. This porter will shock your senses. Has 30 IBUs. Hops are Apollo and Mount Hood, and grist, which I guess is malt, is another word for malt. 2-row caramel 60. 2-row, comma. Next one is caramel 60. Then they have chocolate malt, midnight wheat, and flaked oat. And then adjuncts, Dynamite Coffee and toasted coconut. And if you're going to have an adjunct in a beer, I guess that's some good ones to have, right? I did this before. It's a very strong black coffee taste. The coconut is very minimal. If I'm going to have something strong, robust coffee flavor, I would need really more coconut in it. But, it's been sitting in the fridge lagering for many months. Maybe it'll have a different taste now. On the back of the can, it says, same thing, with a jolt from Dynamite Coffee and toasted coconut. This porter will shock your senses, just like Beer Advocate said. It's like most of their seasonal cans, too. They have these little weird things on. Like this has lightning bolts and some coconuts and some boom boxes on there. I'm not sure if you can see the pink boom boxes. And many other little things, but diamonds and I can't tell if some of that is some pecans or what the hell that is. Anyhow, let's get into the beer, right? Right. Oh, let's get the comments too, just in case we have any comments come in. All right, there we go. Yeah, I mean, it's supposedly 30 IBUs. It actually smells like it might be a little bit higher, but 30 IBUs is about medium, right? Usually their hoppier stuff gets around 70, 80 at the most, I think. Your higher stuff is around that 70. Super high hops, especially with like a porter or a stout or something, imperial stout. Yeah, so dark coffee, a little hoppy, and maybe a hint of coconut, but a really strong coffee smell in there. Yeah. I mean, that's what you're going to get. The head is still lingering a little pinky, but it is a little frothy in there in the center. It's leaving a little lace in. It's definitely a dark. There might be a tint of brown, maybe a real dark shade of brown going into black on the color scale. Maybe up to the light. Might be a tint of some hues of red, but not much. Just a little bit on the light going through it, basically. Yeah, let's get into it, right? I'm ready. I might do 2 beer reviews today. Why not, right? Let's get that can out of the way. Yeah, so there it is. Nice little frothy head. Lace into the glass a little bit, but it runneth down back in. Runneth. All right, let's get into it. Cheers. Yeah. A nice blended coffee, I guess. The smell is stronger than the taste, but probably that coconut's helping it a little bit. There is a light coconut taste there. It's not overly coconutty. Coconutty, is that a word? Yeah, so pretty good. I usually use my pint glass, but it's in a dishwasher, so I had to use this one. And it's washing. I was going to pull it out and washed it, but I started a dishwasher earlier. I forgot about it. Well, I didn't think I was going to do beer review. So, yeah, dark roasted coffee, coconut, maybe a slight, very slight dark chocolate note in there. It's not bad. It's not very flavorful. I like a little bit more coconut in there. That'd be perfect. But there's enough in there that is enjoyable. And maybe on a cold, this type of beer you like in the fall or maybe in the winter. It's not real robust or anything, but it is a slight strong coffee, but not super. I've had worse, but it's a pleasant taste of a strong coffee. It's not like a coffee dispenser in the army or any of those type of things there. Very, very good. So what would I give it? Hey, I'm getting a grade early today, right? Thanks to my one viewer that was watching. We appreciate it. Yeah, so this is my second time reviewing this. Second chances for everything, right? And sometimes I take a third because a third is a charm, right? And 3 is a good number, actually. According to numerology, I believe. I was going to do some of those, symbols and all these things, power things. That's a good one, right? I don't know. So they hook the fingers? Maybe they hook the fingers. I don't know. All these chantras and tantras and whatever hell they call those things. Spider-Man one works the best. Or this one. No offense to anyone out there. That one gives you a lot of energy, though. Yeah, pretty good. I'd give this for a porter, coffee, coconut porter. I wish it had a little bit. I mean, the coconut is there, but I would wish for a little bit more coconut and maybe even more chocolate would be great in there. I'd give it a B and a swallow and a quarter. Swallow and a quarter and a B. There you go. There you go. Sporter. Anything fun to talk about? What's trending? What's trending? I wish I could put hashtag trend at while you're live here. Putting in notes, hey, we're talking about this instead of just beer. But let's see here. What's trend? I'll just use my phone instead of the computer. I hope we're coming through on the My True Review channel on Facebook. Let me double check. We might not be because it might have expired. Jammer hasn't been on. That's his Facebook thing. Ooh. I think I got all that beer in there, right? Yeah, there we go. A little sip left. Just checking Facebook real quick. Make sure the video's coming up there. If not, Jammer up. Have to sign in someday. It happened once before where he wasn't on for a few weeks, so it timed out. But it usually gives you a message on StreamYard to say, hey, you're going to have to sign back in with your Facebook soon or something like that. Hawk Holland, like Hawk Tua. Hawk Holland? I don't know what the hell Hawk. Anyhow, what was I looking for? My True Review, right? My True Review, the Facebook page. And if you're on YouTube watching us, we are on Facebook too. It's under mytruereview.com, but it's spelled mytruerevu.com. It's the French way to say My True Review. And I'm trying to check that now, see if these videos. Yeah, it's showing live on there. Yep, it's showing up there. So maybe I give it a thumbs up myself and maybe we'll get more viewers. How about that? Oh. Oh, the things we do. It's actually showing me viewing it in the thumbs up. Oh, cheers, BA Brew cheers. Yeah, I gave myself a thumbs up on Facebook. So let me get off Facebook there. I don't want them to. I mean, one time I went on Facebook a couple weeks ago. I do karaoke on singsnap.com. And, instead of going to singsnap.com to watch myself, I shared the damn video on Facebook. So I'm like, let me watch myself while I'm at work, lunch, doing nothing. Watch myself sing through Facebook. But I guess since I posted the video on my Facebook, they assume you're getting money, I guess, on some other site. You're watching your video from another site on your Facebook. And they blocked the video. I'm like, are you shitting me? Due to something basically like you're trying to get views on your video. Like you're viewing it yourself to get views, but it's not through Facebook. So why the fuck would they even care? And you don't make money on SingSnap. So that was ridiculous. But anyhow. Oh no, don't give a finger up the bum. Yeah, Facebook. Man, these people are just trying to control every aspect of your life. Not a bad beer, though. My next one, I think, is a strong stout. It might be an imperial stout. I didn't really look at the Beer Advocate or check the actual ABV on the bottle or anything. Or can. I think it's can. So that one probably will get me more lit than this one. This is only like 5.8%. And then I might do I don't know if I want to do a music review or drinking and thinking video later on after that one. Yeah, I was thinking about buying. They got Oktoberfest on the shelves. August is just too early for me. I don't want to ruin the feeling of Oktoberfest. I usually buy mine like the middle, around the 20th of September. I'll go out and get some Oktoberfest, but I might buy them earlier, yeah. Yeah, a good lit is a great lit. Feeling good is good enough. That's what I want to do one day. I want to do a bunch of platoon quotes, Charlie Sheen writing letters to grandma, or, when he's hurt his neck, his little, his type of Trump injury he had, like got grazed by a bullet or whatever it was on his neck. And he comes back and I was like, how you feeling? After he takes a hit, and he's like, feels pretty good. Feeling good is good enough. Oh, that's good. It was kind of mild here today. I'm not sure what the temperature is here now, but because it says 81. It was like 72 or 73 at like 9 o'clock in the morning. So it's pretty low here by that time. So that's nice. Yeah, so Trump was in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania the other day. One of my friends from high school went to it. So I guess he had a good time. Back in his high school days, you wouldn't think he would be a Trump-type supporter. He was more leaning to the left, I guess, but with some but maybe did have some conservative tendencies, I guess. So he was like kind of a leaning left type person with certain things he did, but he was conservative a little bit too. So I guess maybe he was in the middle. I'm in the middle according to that test. I did that online test where it tells you if you're more leaning to the right, left, and it shows like a little square graph. And if you're to the right, you're either right going up this section up here or this section down here, and the left down here, up here. And I was to the left, right past the center point and down. So one over and one down towards the bottom left, which I don't know if that's the extreme left side. I don't know. Moderate, extreme. I don't know. Progressive. But I've been a conservative all my life. So I think the test is rigged by Democrats or liberals to even because some of the questions were very vague. No matter how you answered it, you're gonna go left the way they left the question into multiple choice. It's like multiple choice answers. So yeah, you got to pick one. Or some of the questions might have been true or false. Yeah, but it was like, yeah, well. So according to that test, I'm a little bit in the middle, pretty much in the middle, with just a little teensy bit to the left. But in my mind and my soul, I am to the right. So. Hey, yeah. I mean, I've been a voting Republican since my first time voting, which was the Clinton Bush election in '92. I lost that one. I lost quite a few elections. Yeah. Actually, I didn't even vote the second time Obama ran. Was that against Rommel? Not Rommel. He was a German tank general, right? What the hell? Romney, not Rommel. Yeah, I didn't even vote that time. I just don't like I don't like Romney at all. So I never liked him. So, and nowadays you can probably see why. He's just a dumbass. Another lying sack of shit. Yeah, good times though. Good times. Yeah, I mean, you can't get you have to be involved, and a lot of people are apolitical, where they don't want to get involved, and they don't vote, and they don't care, but they probably should care. And I'm saying that on either side, too. Like, well, whatever the issues are that you care about, you should look at both parties and see which party, candidate, whatever, that you agree with and vote for them, because you don't want somebody in there is total opposite of what you believe in. So why wouldn't you vote? Yeah, and supposedly Kennedy might be dropping out too. Supposedly the reason why is, I guess, the Kennedy party or whatever don't want Kamala in there, so they're going to drop out. So they think that's going to help Trump more. I think it's going to help Kamala more, but I don't know. Maybe I'm not an expert, so. Because I would tend to think that some moderates would vote for Kennedy. He's got some extreme issues too, though, but I wouldn't vote for Kennedy at all. But anyhow, yes, camel toe. I didn't even think about that. A camel toe used to be my gang symbol in late 80s, early 90s. I won't mention how it came up. It wasn't a camel toe at first. It was just a symbol like this. We were kind of making fun of somebody that we knew. And we're going, bam, just like that. But then when I was in the Army, telling my friends about our gang symbols, that was it. It represented somebody had a gap in their teeth. And please forgive me if you're watching this, if you know who you are. But that's what it was. Where it came up with our symbol. It was representing someone's gap in their teeth. I don't know who the hell thought of that. But when I was in the Army and I showed them our gang symbol that I had in my high school gang, which I didn't think were a real gang at the time, but if you actually look at the security threat group, we met 5 of the 10 criteria to be considered a security threat group. But anyhow, in the Army, I showed friends that, and they're like, that looks more like a camel toe. So guys in the Army were doing all the time. The camel toe sign is what they called it. Yeah. That was some guys in my last unit. Yeah, so I didn't know we were a real gang according to law enforcement. We had colors. We had an initiation. I can't remember what the other 3 things were. But we actually met that. And I was actually shocked because, we got a couple brawls, and yeah, we did have like a little initiation process, but it wasn't like nothing big or anything. It was just like a dare type thing, not killing anybody or anything like that. But it was an initiation process. But we weren't that big. We only had about 10 to 12 members. Yeah. We only got in like one real big brawl with some other gang from across the bridge in Kingston, Pennsylvania. Anyhow, yeah, I don't recommend any type of violence or being in a gang, kids. So just drink beer and be happy. Camelto's an old bummer plant. Yeah, he's another one that's got the earpiece in because he said it. All I need is somebody in there doing what I tell them to do so he can last longer than 8 years legally. I was hoping Michelle last night had some type of tight skirt on so we could see that dangling. Not that I want to see the dangling, but just to prove it, you know. Like live TV. And so everybody knows it's not photoshopped. Dang-a-lang. I got Jammer up here. Since he's under the weather, he can't drink this week, I guess. He's not feeling too good, I guess. And maybe next week Jammer will be on, hopefully. I told him we're doing our new rockin' reviews and awesome brews. So I want to do our top albums of 1984, and I'm holding off for Jammer because he wants to join in. I'm like, man, what am I going to wait? Like a whole year? I already did 1983 by myself like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I've been waiting for Jammer to get on the same time I get on, but I got some great albums for 1984 waiting. And I'm not sure if we're going to do a collaborated top 10 or like he does his top 10, I do my top 10. If we match some bands, okay, well, I want that one. You're going to have to go get another one. So that's why I told him, I said, write down 15. Yeah, so that'll be fun to do. And then talk about the bands or whatever, groups, artists, whatever you want to call them. Really great ones in 84, actually. Not as good as I thought there would be, actually, because a lot of bands back then, I just liked the hits. I didn't really listen to a lot of albums, but so I had to force myself to listen to a couple albums to figure out what I was going to put in there. And a couple of them I've heard before, but I only heard them once or twice, whatever. So you're going to have some albums on there that I only listened to once or twice before, but they are pretty good albums, actually. So you're going to have to enjoy it. Well, Shagdog has to get off this one. Get to the next one. I got one more beer review. This one was a re-review. I did it about 6-7 months ago. I'm going to do another beer. I think Jammer might have done this other one 5 or 6 months ago, or maybe I did it before. I can't even remember. But anyhow, let's get together and get to that one. It's going to be a nice stout. I think it's an Imperial Stout. I'm hoping it's an Imperial Stout, and I'm hoping it's good. So on that note, Shagdog Spitter Swallow Beer Review. I went too far on this one. But hopefully the next one I can lower it down to 15 minutes. We'll try. And we'll see you on the next one. Spitter Swallow Beer Review.